Hey, back. No, back.
That's a good starting position by our third base umpire right there. See how he's aggressive up? That's where you want to be. That's 50-50 between the mound and the cutout.
Runner! Hey, three.
New third base umpire. Hey, third base umpire. The only thing you did wrong there was your glance because you thought you had a rotation coming, right? Is that what I saw? Yeah. You looked over your shoulder like the plate umpire might be there. That's all you, buddy. All you. Now, here's what was good about it. Here's what was good about it. You did a great job of turning into the steal play. You let the ball turn you. You recognized that the ball wasn't going to be fielded, so you bounced ahead of him. All right. It was just that one moment where you weren't sure of what was going on, but you did a good job recovering on a good angle down towards third base. So. Fair foul, catch no catch. That's got to happen right away. Okay, as soon as it's touched, our hand goes out. Take care of that part. Yeah, just take care of that part, and now you don't have to worry about it. And now we're watching. Does he complete the action of the catch? If you feel like you need to signal it, you signal it. All right, couple little things with your plate stance. So the mechanics of it, you look good. Your feet are in the right position. You got good heel-toe relationship. Your head height's getting to a good spot. What I want you to be mindful of is that don't put your feet down and think that you can't adjust from there. When the catcher adjusts forward as he's getting set up, we adjust with him, okay? And you're starting at the back end of what I would say is acceptable for the distance from the catcher that you'd want. So then when you're already starting at that back end of it and he adjusts forward a little bit, now you're outside of that range of where you want to be. So just, you know, maybe you don't put your feet in your starting position so early. You know, just instead of standing here and watching the pitcher, maybe you stand here in your normal standing position, and now you let the catcher get set up, and then you just get set right behind him. Okay. Yeah, just if it's two strikes, it's 0-2.
Whatever count.
Yeah, both hands, anytime. 3-0 is both hands. Strike call's fine. I would say. I mean, I know we're in a pretty laid-back setting here, but use your voice.
Okay.
I like games like this when it's kind of quiet out. It's a great opportunity to just take control of the situation. Use your voice.
Okay.
Good, strong, loud strike call. Good ball call. You know, the ball is going to be a little bit softer volume. What I use is on a ball call, the dugouts should hear me, and on a strike call, the stands should hear me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Work on just. What really I want you to focus on is that distance to the catcher here. Don't turn as you come inside. Don't turn to the base and lose the ball. So in that situation, you're not pivoting. You're just coming in, you're staying chest to ball, you glance over your shoulder, you see the touch, okay? But our chest is staying towards the ball the entire time. We got to know the status of the ball. We can glance at the base runner and see what he's doing. Just think I want to look comfortable out here. I want to look like I belong. Yeah, that's good. Remember, this guy's not going to run when he hits the ball. So that might throw you off.
There we go. How's it, man?
I see guys are giving the count on 3 and 1 a lot for some reason. Is he deep?
Yeah.
So you pushed him up?
Yeah. That's what I told him. What he's doing is he sets his back foot up
first
instead of his front. I said, get your front foot in.
Step in with the slot foot.
That way you got that where you want it to be, and then you can make your adjustment with your back foot.
His stance looks good. It's just probably too far back.
And he could get in the slot more because his head was like back. See that?
Yeah, that looks better.
And also, too, I told him that'll drop him down. If he emphasizes getting in the slot, that'll drop his head down too. So I took a picture of him, and his head was like, he was like a good head height and above, half above. So I told him, even when you set up a little early, take a quick look and make sure that throat protector is that's a little better.
Yeah, he's getting better.
Still put that left foot up more though.
Yeah. Just walk in, but switch your feet. So your field side foot would be back. So outside foot forward. Yeah.
Dude, this right here?
Yeah. Just a standing set.
Standing set? This is set?
You're just moving into it. That's it. When you're on the wing, when you have a base runner, or when you're on the inside, it's hands on knees. But when you're on the wing with no one, standing set is appropriate.
Even at first base for you?
With no one on, yeah. If you have a runner on first, then we're hands on knees. You better watch out, bud. Nicely done. All right. Good job. First of all, that plate stance looks 100% better.
Okay.
So I'm glad you're back into something that you're comfortable with. Because you're not, I mean, you eliminated all that like readjusting and yeah, so you're in a good spot. A couple things that I want you to play with. Once you've called ball, okay, so we see the pitch come in, ball, just stand up and relax. Don't feel like you need to stay down for some reason.
Okay.
That's just, artificial timing or manufactured timing that doesn't need to happen. And it makes you look more rigid or tense, which we don't want. We want to see some personality, some comfort out of you out there, right? And that'll come through also. Your strike mechanic's not bad. I don't dislike it.
He wants it out more.
Yeah, just something that presents a little bit better, looks a little bit more comfortable for you. Just play with it. Again, it's the kind of thing that you can do when you're in the mirror.
I mean, I'll be honest, the reason I keep it here,
It's for the catcher.
I need shoulder replacements.
Oh, yeah?
When I extend, it hurts like a son of a
I hear you. Well, what would pointing be worse?
Worse. Yeah,
Okay.
That's why I keep,
All right, well then, I'll
you.
tell you what, don't hurt yourself. That's the last thing we want to have happen.
I'm just so used to protecting it.
What I would say versus, as opposed to where it is, don't be in such a hurry to, like, it's almost like you're pulling it back.
Okay.
Yeah, strike,
Keep it out.
relax. Yeah, it's just, boom.
Okay.
It's crisp, but it's relaxed.
Okay.
Plate stance is good. Stay with that.
I will.
You're adjusting to the catcher well. Your timing is good. You can tell that you're seeing stuff. What I told you before about using your eyes before the pitch, I want you to recognize that every time you do it. Every time your eyes go down to the catcher, realize that there's something out there that you're missing.
Okay.
All right? Because that's the last thing you want to have happen. You glance down at the catcher to see where he is, and you look up and the pitcher's in the middle of doing something weird, and you can't call it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Keep working hard, man.
All right,
You look good up there. Nice job. I like to see that when the pitch is way out like that and the head doesn't move with it. That's a good way to check tracking.
You can come to the running lane and line up the tag and then just move back over towards
You talking about as the third base umpire?
As the third base
With
umpire.
first and second?
With first and second, that's correct.
Yeah, so
Instead of sitting still and watching the play, you can get into the runner's lane, line that up, and then work back towards second.
and I wouldn't say the runner's lane because I think you're talking about
not
here.
the base path, but I'm talking about our working area.
Well,
not the working area.
But you're really what we're gonna do is go towards the middle on that play.
Okay.
Because our next responsibility is on that other side.
Right.
So I don't want to get stuck on the left side of the infield in that situation.
Okay.
I'd rather be a little bit towards the middle, but then varying that middle position based on where the ball is in the outfield.
Okay.
So if it is to right, we'll be a step or two to the left so that we can see through
Right.
to the catch and the guy tagging up at the same time. But again, we don't want to put ourselves out of position for the next possible play ever.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I got in my notes. And
I think we're going to re-clarify that. The responsibilities on a clean base hit to the outfield with a runner on second base are that you're going to stay with the batter runner into second base. Okay.
The other guy's probably going to.
Our runner around second's going to score, so we're going to push into second, and our first base umpire is going to stay outside first base.
Okay. All right. With runner on
The only
second
time, the only time that I would want the first base umpire to come inside there is when it's an extra base hit, and the batter runner is certainly going to reach second base, a clear double.
All right.
Okay, stand up double. Then we can push across the infield because our two possible plays are second and third base, and we want our two umpires on those bases, bracketing the play, right?